Hey everyone, we spend our entire day making choices, right? What to eat, what to wear, what to do next. Well, today we're going to break down one simple, super powerful word that helps you express all those choices perfectly in English.
Just think about it for a second. Movies or books? Which one's for you? Or how about tea or coffee? Staying in or going out? We all have our favorites, don't we? But how do you actually talk about them correctly?
Well, guess what? There's one key verb that makes all of this incredibly easy, and that word is prefer. Once you get the hang of its three main uses, you're going to be able to talk about what you like and don't like, just like a pro.
Okay, so let's dive right in. First things first, what does prefer even mean? At its heart, it's all about liking one thing more than another. It's really that simple.
The official dictionary definition is pretty straightforward, yeah? To like one thing better than another. But, and this is the important part, the way we build sentences with it can change a little bit depending on what exactly we're comparing.
And that brings us to the three main patterns we're going to cover today. First, comparing two things, nouns. Second, just stating that you like to do a single action. And third, comparing two different activities. Let's break them down one by one.
All right, first up, the most common one you'll probably use, comparing two nouns. This could be anything, food, clothes, places. If you can name it, you can compare it with this rule. So the formula is super clean and simple. You start with who you're talking about. Then you add prefer, then your first choice, then, and this is the most important part, you use the word to, not than, okay? Always to, and then you add your second choice.
And this shows you exactly how it works. I prefer gado-gado to rujak. We're comparing two yummy dishes here. Or, I prefer skirts to pants. We're just comparing two pieces of clothing. See that? Noun to noun. Easy peasy.
Okay, on to our second rule. Now, what if you're not comparing two things, but you just want to say that you generally like doing a certain activity? For this, the structure's even simpler. It's just the person plus prefer, followed by to plus a verb. Like to sleep or to make. That to verb structure is called the infinitive.
For example, you could say, they prefer to sleep all day long. Or, he prefers to make a cake. In these sentences, we're not comparing sleeping to anything else. We're just making a simple statement about what someone likes to do.
Now for the third and final rule. This is where it gets really interesting. And it's also a place where a lot of learners get a little tripped up. What happens when you want to compare two different activities?
So here is the absolute key. When you compare two actions, you have to use the verb ing form for both of them. So the structure is prefer plus verb ing, to plus verb ing. Both activities have to have that ing ending. It's a non-negotiable.
Let's look at an example. Tasha prefers watching movies to cooking. Notice how both watching and cooking end in ing? Or how about Yuri prefers going out to fishing? See? Going and fishing. This keeps the whole sentence balanced and sounding perfect.
Okay, you've seen the three rules. Are you ready for a quick little pop quiz to see if it all makes sense? Don't worry, it's just for fun. Let's test out those new skills.
First one, I prefer coffee, blank, tea. What goes in there? We're comparing two nouns, right? So the correct word is to. I prefer coffee to tea. You got it.
Question 2. She prefers, and we've got the verbs read and watch TV. What are the right forms here? We're comparing two activities, so we need that special ing form for both. The answer is reading to watching.
And the last one, they prefer blank go to the park. Now, is this a comparison? Nope, it's just a single general action. So we use the infinitive. The answer is to, they prefer to go to the park. How'd you do? I bet you did great. Awesome job. Now, let's put everything together on one super handy slide. Really, the main takeaway here is to always match your sentence to what you're actually talking about. Is it things, one action, or two different activities?
And here it is, your cheat sheet. Seriously, you might want to take a quick screenshot of this. For comparing things, it's prefer noun to noun. For one action, it's prefer to verb. And for comparing two activities, it's prefer verbing to verbing. This one slide is basically your key to using prefer perfectly every single time.
So there you have it, the 3 essential ways to use prefer. Now you have all the tools you need to talk about your choices, like a native speaker. So, to get you practicing, I've got one last question for you. What do you prefer to do to practice your English? Thanks so much for watching.
Halo semuanya, hari ini kita bakal belajar kata-kata ajaib dalam bahasa Inggris loh. Kata-kata ini bisa kita pakai buat bilang mana sih hal yang paling kita suka. Pokoknya ini bakal seru banget kayak lagi main game.
Oke, kita mulai ya. Kamu sadar nggak sih, hidup kita ini kan penuh sama pilihan ya. Nah, coba deh bayangin, kamu lagi ada di toko es krim. Terus, kamu harus milih satu rasa. Wah, ini pilihan yang sangat penting kan?
Lihat deh, ada es krim coklat dan stroberi. Kalau kamu harus milih satu, mana yang paling kamu suka? Nah, buat bilang pilihanmu itu dalam bahasa Inggris, kita butuh kata-kata ajaib.
Penasaran kan kata-kata ajaibnya apa? Yuk kita lihat gimana cara pakainya. Kalimat ajaib yang kita gunakan itu prefer to. Wah, ini tuh kayak kode rahasia buat bilang apa yang lebih kamu sukai. Lihat deh, ternyata sesederhana ini. Jadi, prefer to artinya kamu lebih suka satu hal daripada hal yang lainnya. Gampang banget kan? Dan ini nih resep rahasianya. Cukup ikuti 5 langkah gampang ini dan kamu bisa bikin kalimat ajaibmu sendiri. Tinggal ikutin aja urutannya. Terus, simsalabim, jadi deh kalimatnya. Nah, ada satu hal penting nih yang harus kamu ingat. Kalau kamu ngomongin diri sendiri atau orang banyak, pakainya prefer. Tapi, kalau kamu lagi ngomongin satu temanmu, jangan lupa ya, tambahin huruf S di belakangnya. Jadi prefers. Ingat-ingat ya, ada S untuk si dia. Oke, sekarang bagian yang paling seru. Kita mau main game nih. Aku bakal tunjukin 2 kegiatan, terus kita ucapkan kalimat ajaibnya sama-sama sambil niruin gerakannya. Siap-siap ya? Yang pertama, bernyanyi lawan menari. Coba tebak kira-kira mana ya yang lebih dia suka? Ternyata dia lebih suka menyanyi. Ayo semuanya kita ucapkan bareng-bareng ya. She prefers singing to dancing. Siap? 1, 2, 3. Wah, hebat. Bagus banget. Sekarang, coba deh pegang mikrofon pura-puramu. Terus bergaya kayak penyanyi superstar di atas panggung. La 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 la. Keren. Oke, pilihan selanjutnya. Main basket atau main bola? Mana ya yang jadi favoritnya dia? Wah, dia lebih suka basket ternyata. Ayo, kita semua ucapkan yang semangat ya. He prefers playing basketball to playing soccer. Keren! Sekarang, ayo pura-pura lempar bala basket. Arahkan ke keranjang, dan swish! Masuk! Yeay! Ini yang terakhir, main drum atau main gitar. Nah, kalau yang ini tentang aku. Coba, bisa tebak nggak mana yang aku lebih suka? Aku lebih suka main drum. Gimana? Tebakanmu betul kan? Oke, sekarang giliran kamu. Ucapkan bareng aku ya. I prefer playing drum to playing guitar. Ayo, kita main drum di udara sama-sama. Pukul drum hayalanmu sekeras mungkin. Bikin suara yang paling seru. Duk-duk tak. Wah, kalian semua hebat banget. Nah, untuk misi terakhir, kamu bakal jadi seorang detektif hobi. Keren kan? Kamu akan pakai kata-kata ajaib yang baru kamu pelajari ini. Tantangannya adalah cari tahu hobi favorit temanmu pakai kata-kata ajaib kita tadi. Kamu siap jadi detektif cilik? Ini dia misi rahasiamu, para detektif. Pertama, cari satu temanmu. Terus, tanya pakai kalimat ajaib. Misalnya, do you prefer drawing to reading? Nah, dengarkan jawabannya baik-baik. Sekarang kamu tahu rahasia kesukaannya. Keren, misi selesai. Dan itulah penjelasan kita hari ini. Ingat ya, belajar bahasa Inggris itu sama serunya kayak main game. Nah, kira-kira hal baru apa lagi ya yang bakal kamu tanyakan ke temanmu pakai kata-kata ajaib ini? Coba dipikirin ya. Sampai jumpa.